Hello and welcome. Welcome to my home and welcome to my sacred space that I prepared for us today. I'm Olivia and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do your daily pick a card. I'm going ahead and I'm shuffling our cards because we're going to do our thought of the day from the deck that we used today. It's the Tarot of the Old Path. That's what we're using. Thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I could go on for hours about how much it means to me because it's really special. When I started doing this, it was almost a survival technique, I just started, and then I said, well, if I start a YouTube channel and I dedicate myself to doing it every day, I'll really do it every day because there'll be people knowing that I should be doing this every day. And guess what? Y'all are my friends now because you do help me to do this every day. I do skip a few days here and there, especially since I've been having these bad allergies. That's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and pull our card of the day. I actually have one already ready. Oops, I wasn't going to show it to you. Maybe you didn't see it. Let's just pretend like you didn't see that yet because we're going to show it and talk about it actually at the end of this video rather than the beginning as per usual. And there are reasons why we're doing it that way today, but we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so if you've never done a tarot pick a card before, it's really easy to do. You just use these little card toppers here. This we're going to call the pink diamond. And that will help you pick your card because it helps differentiate the cards from one another. And then I will tell you what that card means now. And then that's your card of the day. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people do it a lot of different ways, and I'm cool with that. We'll call this one the blood diamond because it's dramatic and red. Okay. I feel like I stopped in the middle of a sentence and didn't finish it. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to have a sip of coffee, and you guys can take the time that you need to pick your card. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. That is fine to do, and we'll get right to it as soon as I have my little sip. Did I say sip? I think I meant gulp. Okay, I will put timestamps here so you can skip ahead to your card, or if you choose more than one card, your cards. I'm also going to put a timestamp for the thought of the day, which we're saving till the end. And of course, you can skip ahead to that too if you want to. That's certainly fine. So I don't mean to make it difficult by putting at the end. It's just that it is a card that I want to talk about at the end. Let me go ahead and tell you what happened. So as I was shuffling the cards, this card popped out, this one, the one we're going to use for the thought of the day. And I said, no, we're not going to do that one because I don't want to get all heavy and dark. And so I stuck it back in the deck. And yes, I do that sometimes with certain cards, with these general picker cards because, well, you know why. If it gets too dark, it's not good for a general reading. Okay, so anyway, I went to shuffle again, and this card popped out of the deck, and you got to take those ones that pop out. If there's just one card that pops out, that's a card you have to take. There's no and it was the same card that had come out before. So that's why I decided to make it the thought of the day. But let's go ahead and start with this one. If you need more time, you can go ahead and pause the video at this time because I'm going to turn over this card and we're going to see what we have. The Page of Rods. You know, he reminds me of someone I know. Well, actually, all the cards do. But this is someone in particular that I'm pretty fond of. Okay, so Wands. The Knave of Wands. This personage could be male or female. You see they have a message in their hand. Wands represent tools. Sometimes they're magical tools like wands, or sometimes they're practical tools like rods. They can even be baseball bats. I read for someone who, about her boyfriend, and he was busy playing baseball, and that's why he hadn't texted her. And and I got a lot of rods, and I'm like, I don't know what he's doing. He's picking up sticks, some wood sticks. She's like, oh yeah, bats. She hadn't told me yet. But anyway, that's my funny story about the rods and baseball bats. So this is about forming a new idea or a new thought or something that maybe an announcement, a beginning of a project, an idea. It's time to move forward. Do not wait any longer. Okay, so basically what this card is telling you today is that whatever you're formulating, whatever you've been thinking about, that thing that you've been thinking about that might work better, or a project better, or something, go ahead and present it. It's time. That he's wearing red. That's time to go, man. Go, buddy. That idea, go ahead and take it to the top. Take it to the limit. All right. Let's go ahead and see what we have under the pink sparkle. The Empress. I like to call her divine. She is less of a ruler and more of a goddess. She is the Empress, though, so she is a ruler. She does make rules. They're usually easy ones to follow because she's very, very kind. This card epitomizes harmony and beauty. And most of all, I want you to know that this person in this card, whether she be you or someone you know, I feel like more often these cards represent you rather than someone else in these general readings. She is very cherished, which means she is greatly loved. If that's something you're not feeling, it may be something that you need to remember, or she may possibly be someone else. But I do want you to know that everyone is lovable, especially you. So she's surrounded by all that matters, all that she needs. She holds an empirical grace, goddess-like, ruler of her home, ruler of the natural realm, to love and be loved. That is her existence. She's very powerful in her love. This is a very powerful card. And if you have this card today, your assignment, should you choose to accept it, would be to share some of what you have. You may not have a lot as far as if you compare to other people, but you have enough, and you have enough to share. Especially if we're talking about love. Love is one of those things you can create. All right, let's see what we have under this. I guess I'm just going to call it a blue sparkle. Two of Pentacles. So, you know, pentacles are coins, vocation. They are sometimes your life calling. Anyway, what this is speaking to you, it's usually about work or vocation, and a choice. Balance your bank account. I don't know if anybody does that anymore, but look it over. Look over your money situation. Look at both sides of the coin. Weigh out the facets of your situation before making a choice, and don't rush to the conclusion. This could be 2 job offers, 2 places to move, or it could be a choice to take on extra work or not. I'm reading my notes. You can tell when I pause because it's like, what is that? What did I write? But really, I don't really need notes for the Two of Pentacles because it's really a simple card, and it's just like kind of weigh it out, balance things out before you make any decisions if there's a decision to be made. If not, it's just a kind of a thing that says kind of look over what's going on with your money right now. Yeah, just do that. That's a good thing to do. See where you're spending your money. Just kind of look over your bank account. You know, they say sometimes you get these little funny little charges that you don't remember doing, and that's them just checking out to see if they can get into your bank account. Whoever they is, I don't know, thieves. And then they come in with a bigger amount. And fortunately, I've caught that before and called my bank, and then they're unable to do that further. So let's go ahead and move on. We're going to move on to what we decided to call the blood diamond. And we have the Queen of Swords. Here, I'll bring her up close for just a minute. She's different than the other queens. And here's how. So she is the Queen of Swords after all. Intellect. She's got a lot of intellect going on. Intellectual lady. She's also sometimes presents as a widow, so she can rule without a king. She's very self-assured, self-sufficient. She's composed. She can handle things all on her own, and she's all about truth. She's determined to get the truth. Don't lie to her, because she'll know. She'll see it in your face. She'll see it in the little twitch of your lip or the way that your ear wiggles when you say a certain thing. She knows. She knows. Don't even try. Don't even try to lie. She isn't afraid to stand up for her people in battle, even if necessary. So in other words, she'll actually get on her horse and go out there with her sword and whoop some butt. That's the Queen of Swords. So if she's you today, well, you're going to be able to get to the bottom of it. You're going to be able to figure out the truth of a situation, sometimes with just your intellect. If she's someone else, don't you try to lie to her. That's all I got to say. I kind of get the feeling for most of you, she is you. Are you looking for the truth? You're going to find it. And now we've come to the time we've all been waiting for. We're going to see what's the card of the day is, and it is temptation. Well, this card is also known, I'm going to move it up closer, in other decks as the devil. So I actually, when I first put these cards down, I was using my tarot of the old world, which is a different deck. And the devil comes up as really very frightening figure. And the 2 people in the card are completely naked and they're tied up with chains. So this card is a lot kinder, although I'm not sure I like that. I do feel like YouTube likes it better when I don't show boobies. YouTube doesn't like boobies, and they sure don't like full frontal nudity. So when we're talking about the devil, we're talking about everything you thought of when you heard that. However, when we're looking at it with where the cards are concerned, one of the things I think of quite often when I see the devil is addiction. Any and all kinds of addiction. The people have chains around them. I guess in this case, it's just the snake, and this looks like they're in the Garden of the Eden, doesn't it? And there's the tricky fox, and there's the snake that knows, the devil. And it looks like the devil has the man tied up, but in the Rider-Waite tarot deck and in a lot of other tarot decks, these people are chained up. Now the thing is the chains are perceived chains. They're things that we can get out of. So it could mean a preoccupation. This card could be a preoccupation with money and material possessions. If that's all you're thinking of, if you're thinking of material possessions every day, if you're spending money every day on things that you feel like you need, but you don't, that's when you have a problem. That's another addiction. So it could be, if it's with the Lover's card, like if there were the Lover's card next to it, it could mean an abusive relationship. But mostly what I think of is being fixed on a destructive course of action, knowingly and unknowingly. Sometimes when we are unaware of the change that bind us, becoming aware of those change is where the real beginning is of getting loose of these chains, okay? So what I mean is, in every 12-step program you can come across for any addiction whatsoever, it starts with the first step, and the first step is, what is it? It's, some of you know it, some of you already said it. It is admitting that I'm powerless, admitting that there's a problem, admitting that there's a problem, admitting that the chains are there, admitting that you've lost control over your life, admitting that you can see those chains, okay? And that's what this card is about. It's about being in this aspect of darkness and being able to come out of it. And like I said, the first step to coming out of it is admitting there's a problem. Those aren't my words. Those are Bill W.'s words. And if you don't know who Bill W. is, well, that's good. That's fine. Well, here we are. We're at the end. I could go on and on and on. I know it doesn't sound like I could, because I am. I'm experiencing some severe allergy symptoms right now, kind of trying to deal with them. But I do enjoy doing this every day, and I enjoyed today, and I really appreciate your patience, and I appreciate the tips I've gotten too. I really, really, it was really surprising to see that I'd gotten a few tips, and 6 days ago I didn't notice until now. But can I make this video timeless now that I've said that? Maybe not. I can't. I don't think I can. That's okay. This will go in another list. At any rate, I hope you found this to be just what you needed. Please do take what resonates with you and leave the rest, and don't make life-altering decisions or changes based on this or any other video, okay? Our tarot pick card video. But do connect with me on my social medias, linked below. Book with me on my website. Also, you can book with me on Keen. I'm on Keen almost every day, not the weekends, but last but not least, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Give me a thumbs down if you hated it. Give me a thumbs down if you never want to talk about the devil again. But give me a comment and tell me what it's all about, man. Last but not least, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you very much for being here. I really look forward to seeing you next time. Love you guys.